is that because I sort of know
Hamden Dems Fundraiser.
I just want to be helpful.
We got it going live everywhere.
So,
You want to say something hi to everybody?
and helping.
All right, John, great.
That's what
Hello, everybody.
Woohoo!
Would you gather around? We're gonna
whatever. I'm
do
around.
a little speechifying.
All right.
We're gonna be live on Facebook in another moment here.
We're already live.
Oh, we are live.
We're already live. He's so funny. We're already live.
All right. Exciting night. We have Congresswomen Rosa Delauro here. And we have State Representative Mike. I think we're supposed to keep that one quiet. And we have State Senator Matt Lesser here. Out on doors every day.
Senator Cabrera.
Well,
Right there.
we will get to Senator Cabrera. Your boss. But our candidates are doing an amazing job, and that effort is being led by our equally amazing candidate. 7 on this. Since this started, he has been just holding this whole thing together.
Murph.
A few more weeks, and we're gonna put this over the finish line.
Go, George.
Sean makes me look good.
Ah.
He's got more hair than I do. So
Oh.
I guess it is. Holy moly.
This is how we do.
Moment. I'm so happy to be with you here tonight to fight for a better Hamden, for a better town, for all of us. From southern Hamden all the way up to the Cheshire border and everywhere in between.
Woo!
I have the distinct privilege and pleasure to a good friend of mine, and I just want to take a few seconds. There's a lot I can say about Rosa, but the one thing that comes to mind. One thing that comes to mind and is consistently over and over again that we see is that Rosa is a fighter. Rosa is a fighter for work. She's someone who has not forgotten her roots. She has not forgotten the struggles and the fights. She fights to make sure that the American dream stays alive, that more people get into the middle class, that we have good education and good opportunity in this state and in this country for all of us. And that's very inspiring to me. And you've all seen it already. Decades in the making, children out of poverty. behind us and we're proud of you. You know we've got your back because we know you have our back. So it is my pleasure to introduce our Congresswoman, Rosa Delauro.
Yeah. It's a stress fracture of my heel bone, and it's going to be okay. So, I'm fine. So, but wonderful. Thank you, George. Thank you so very, very much for the introduction. But thank you for the work that you do in taking the district back and being a part of it as well. For working families, for unions, for making that working people have an opportunity to get a better chance at a better life, and that's what you are about. You know, we were together yesterday. We were in Naugatuck at the train station. It's called. The train station became a restaurant. It's a beautiful, beautiful museum type place here. It's a wonderful place. But what we were talking about was infrastructure, and it was about rail and the water mean to that part of our of the community and the economic benefits, the jobs, etc. Something that we're going to fight for, and I'll mention it in a second. But we're going to pass that infrastructure bill. I promise you. To Hamden, where there he is. Talking with I was on the phone last night with Sean at the election in just a short period of time. So thank you for being there. I always believe that I said last night the town chair should get a special award for what they put up with. You know, and all of us, you know, are prima donnas. We all are.
Oh my God.
But thank you very, very much, Sean. Thank you to Hamden, which has always had, you know, my back, and it is the core and base, along with New Haven and some of the other towns that helped me to get elected every time. So I'm very, very grateful for that support. I see you have Sally's Pizza here. And when I'm asked the question, you know, politics is tough, but never answer the question, which pizza place? And I'm appreciative that you got it without the cheese because I'm lactose intolerant. Very, very much. I see Mike here. Thank you for your great work and what you're doing as well in the State House. You know, the collaborative effort, and Matt Lesser, thank you. Paid family leave, all the good, you know, good things that you know, and we're going to get there. But I love it because we're looking at the state level, the local level, and I talked in a couple minutes about how important this election is and how important it is to get Lauren elected and Row A elected. There's the connection. You gotta connect the dots.
Yes.
Because we are together. It's federal, state, local, and it's got to be seamless so that the democratic values, the things that we care deeply about, the people that we care deeply about, that has to be not only at just the federal level, but it has to move through the state house, and it has to move to the local level so that it can really make a difference for the people who put their faith and trust in us. Carol was on that call last night as well. Carol, thank you for your great work. Now, I just a couple of people, I don't know if she's still here. I want you to know, Lauren, you brought together, Mary Ann Fishbein and I went to Laurelton Hall. All those years ago. We were boarders, too, that we stayed there. So it was lovely to see her. And I have to do a shout out for, there's so many people, but Judy and Stocky Clark, his daughter Shoshana, I'm just going to say this to you. First of all, her parents, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And what she is doing, say this with a lot of emotion, for the Afghan people and for Afghan women in particular, she really is a treasure. So, and I to all the town committee and the council people and everyone running for office, thank you very much. Look, just a snapshot of Washington, if I can, for a second. We've not come through yet. It's almost 2 years now with the biggest economic and healthcare crisis in a generation. People are living paycheck to paycheck. They can't put food on the table for their kids. They can't deal with healthcare. what is it? A $400 expense, drives them, just drives them off the cliff here. So that what we do and what we have tried to do at the federal level, and I might add, at the outset of the process, in a bipartisan way, we produced 3 CARES bills that put, speeded up the process for vaccinations, helped restaurants, helped hospitals, helped the education system, all the way around, because that's what government's role should be in times of great crisis. And I think about and elections have consequences. Elections have consequences. When I think that, albeit we have a 3-vote majority in the House, we have a majority in the House of Representatives. The Senate is 50-50, but we got the 1 vote in the vice president, and we have Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And it is a change. It is a new dawn. It is a new dawn. And the American Rescue Plan, as I've gone all over this district, for the first time in a long time, I think my colleagues in public life will understand this, and they say to me, my God, it's wonderful. What the federal government did is wonderful. My restaurant would not be here. My business would not be here. I couldn't get the health care that I needed. When is the last time that people were so receptive, to government being a part of their lives? And it's critically important. All those years ago, what did he say? We need to get government off the backs of people. Well, people are finally beginning to realize that we play a role in their lives, and they are looking to us. They are looking to you, Rose. They are looking to Matt and to Mike and to George to say, how do you help me and my family be able to survive economically? It is a crushing economic burden that people are facing today, and we cannot let this moment go. We have the infrastructure bill. Some people, particularly, excuse me, I see there's someone from the press, but the press says to me, well, what about, $1.9 trillion? What about, $1.2 trillion? What about, whether it's going to be 3.5 or something lower? It's not the top line. It is what's in there. It's what's going to help people make a difference. And I think about infrastructure. I think about jobs. I think about the lack of investment that we have in our roads, our bridges, our schools, our airports, our water systems, clean water, climate change, and electric cars and vehicles. Those are the investments we should make. And then you take a look at the reconciliation package. I wish we got a better name for that. I'm looking at it in terms of economic infrastructure. And thank you, George. The child tax credit, I can't tell you. It's not about me. But that piece of legislation has the ability to lift 55% of children in this country out of poverty.
Hear, hear.
And Franklin Roosevelt, when he signed the bill, it was 90% of seniors were lifted out of poverty. I said to President Biden, and I'm not just name dropping, I was in the Oval He sat in front of the portrait of Franklin Roosevelt, and you try to think of what you're going to say because you only have like a minute or 2 minutes when a bunch of you. So I said, Mr. President, Franklin Roosevelt signed Social Security, 90% of seniors out of poverty. You can sign the child tax credit and over 50% of kids out of poverty. And it's a lifeline because it is universal, like Social Security. It doesn't pit one group against another. 90% of our kids in this country will be the beneficiaries of the same amount of money. So that's what I call it. It's economic infrastructure. Child care. We had a child care industry that was falling apart. And women. I look at the women here. 2.3 million women left the workforce. Not because they opted out, they were pushed out because for the large part there was no child care. They're not going to leave their kids on their own. So there's that paid family and medical leave, education, housing, all of the climate. My God, the focus on climate for the very first time in climate change. All of these years, and I know it's something that Lauren's been thinking about as well. So it's there, and that's why it's, yes, we will make a determination of what that top line will be, but one has got to look at what is within those those programs. What is what this is where our values are, and this we haven't had this kind of investment in these areas for so many years. Now is the time. Someone said it may have been you, George. This opportunity comes by once. If we do not take advantage of it now, it will either not come to pass or it'll be many, many years before it does come to pass. So I want to make the connection because of what I'm talking about with what happens and what we do at the State House, and particularly tonight because there is an important election. And it's not 27 days. I don't count the day we're in, Lauren, and I don't count election day. So we got 25 days to elect Lauren and Roe A and make it happen. And look, it was a tough primary. You don't keep your head in the sand. It was a tough primary. You won it, and you're going to lead. You're leading this ticket, and you're going to win in November. And congratulations to you, Brian, for the great work that you are doing as well. So you got a great ticket. You got a great ticket. And I understand, excuse me, gentlemen, there are 50% women. It's not about the numbers. The agenda changes when women are at the table. And what we focus on but you think about what Lauren is about and who she is and what she cares about. You know, it's about attracting new businesses to Hamden. It's about environmental sustainability. She cares deeply about that. It's about, you see all these wonderful kids, you know, they're all sitting by the fire pit. What is it that they know that we don't know? So, but with kids, she understands that education and public education is the key to their future. And it's the key to their being able to realize their dreams and their aspirations. And she is focused in on that as well. And she's got her plan to deal with letting people know about the liabilities and the budgets and be transparent, strengthening boards and commissions in this town. So it is about making sure that that the quality of life and the economic circumstances in people's lives will be addressed in a way that they need to be. So, look, as I said, we've got 25 days to go here. And that means everything. You're here today, and it's, you know, wonderful, and your generosity is wonderful. You're being on the phone, you're going door to door, and the team, as I understand it, is doing the door knocking and everything that needs to get done. So it's not just for today, but it's for the next 25 days that will make that difference. And the key to elections today is turnout, of getting people to turn out to come to vote. And there's an area, by the way, that we need to watch very carefully. Our democracy in this country is on the line.
It's on the under attack.
I need to say that. It's precarious, and democracy is fragile. It is very fragile, and we've got folks who would disrupt it in a second, and we cannot let that happen. And our strength in getting out that vote, making sure that Lauren and Karima and the rest of the row A gets elected, and that it is overwhelming, so that what she can do is that she can take charge and she can lead and she can make the decisions, and there are hard decisions to make. Nothing is not easy, and there will be hard decisions, but that she knows that she's got the community that stands with her and make a difference for everyone. I am so proud to endorse you and the ticket, and will do everything that I can in the next 3 weeks. All right.
Oh, wow. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Aren't you nice?
Thank you so much for
God.
being here. This is a fantastic crowd. I appreciate so much that you all came out here, and I hope you're all donating as well, because elections are expensive. Alexa's over here to accept your kind donations. And so what we have is a fantastic slate of just of life experience and their professional experience. So what's so great about that is that I have people that I can rely on to help me with workforce development, with care of people, hurting people. And we finally have a little bit of money because of the work that Rosa has done. We have a little bit of money in the northern part of Hamden. We use this money to put sewers on Whitney Avenue. This helps us with economic development. Now, if you look at my platform, I talk about economic development all the time. To broaden our tax base so that we can get to a point where we have some paying jobs and opportunities for people. People can put food on the table, have a good place to live. This is what solves crime. Well, you put a person in prison and they're more likely to return there. Children in violent situations end up committing violence. She's here to help. Same for us. It's well past time that we start to help children who are coming in for field trips to the government center to go get a tour of our town clerk's office. They're going to see a Black woman. Our Board of Education is address things like more Black and brown teachers in our schools.
Mental health.
Mental health, yes, there you go. And getting more of a culturally responsive curriculum in place, and taking a look at implicit bias in our discipline practices. We just have so many exciting things that we're going to tackle, and I'm so grateful for you all being here. George Cabrera, you've been invaluable. Seriously, the help that you've given our campaign is really appreciated. Rosa, I'm so glad you came to my home. I was telling my children that you were coming, and Bobby was trying to figure out who you are. He's 9. And so I said, she's friends with Joe Biden. So he you know, you're definitely a star. And the work that you've done for children and raising families and children, particularly out of poverty, is so necessary, and it's helping so many people, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. We want to get a picture of you with all the kids who are running around here. So I want all the kids up here.
Oh, God.
All of them. Anybody 18 and under? Under 18. That's right.
Under 18. Let's just get it.
Let's get all these.
Come on, go.
Hang on, guys. Hold on.
Take it, George. All right. Here we go.
All right. Where are you?
Woo! All right, everybody, come on. Closer. Row A. Say row A.
Row A.
All right.
All right, and so thank you so much for eating pizza. I'm really excited to work with our state delegation. I know that we've left some money on the table for the last several years. It's time for us to get some grants to work for Hamden. We're here to see you.
There she is right behind you. Wait, I gotta get a picture of this. This is too good.
Oh my gosh.
That is too